guys, this is the Lovin Dubai show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We spoke about the cost of advertising on Sheikh Zayed Road, the UAE extending its condolences to Turkey, and how AI is going to change your life if you're an Abu Dhabi resident.
We'd really love if you can subscribe to the Lovin Dubai show podcast wherever you get your podcast from, and enjoy the show.
Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today: the UAE extends its condolences to Turkey after the Bolu hotel fire.
Billboards on Sheikh Zayed Road can cost up to 1 million dirhams a month.
Lovin Life with Khatab Hindi, looking for love on a reality show.
And Abu Dhabi invests 13 billion dirhams in digital infrastructure upgrades.
And I can see people on our live are already tuning in. We have the Elidas joining us later on. They're two girls from Scotland. They're so talented. We're going to talk to them a little bit and also have a live performance right here at about 8:50, 8:55. So do stay tuned for that. Before we jump into our top stories, speaking of live performances, where were you last night?
At the TikTok Awards.
What is
that?
A
nice event. So basically, they have it like annual TikTok awards. And they give back to the creators, you know?
Okay.
Like they give them specific awards for their type of field that they're doing. For example, if they're doing entertainment, if they're doing sports, if they're doing like a visionary, like creative. So every specific sector of the TikTok has an award for it. Entertainment, comedy, like cinematic, news.
I feel like we should have a TikTok awards because we have
we
TikTok creators on our show. Who was there?
Oh my God, so many people. So if you scroll through your TikTok feed, it's literally like walking down
No way.
Literally.
And they all live here? Did they fly in?
No, a lot of them flew in. For example, Nika flew in from Los Angeles to perform.
Who?
Nika.
Sorry. Am I showing my age?
Oh, no.
Is she really famous?
I would say she's big on TikTok. That's
Okay.
why they got her. She's Saint Levant's girlfriend.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
they usually perform together. I think you know them as a couple.
Right.
No, it's okay. But she was really cute. You know, I really like watching those upcoming artists. For example, like Eliana, Nika. They're really nice, honestly. Like, it's nice to see those talents coming out, you know, like different. But
what was it like? Because I find all of these creators, like they're content people, they're especially an event like this, their goal is to create content that's going to get attention. So is everyone just
it was the opposite way around yesterday.
Really?
So basically they were under the spotlight, you know,
Ah.
and we were giving them the spotlight, us, the reporters and everyone, and TikTok was basically praising them and thanking them for their efforts.
Nice.
So that was nice. It's like, you know, appreciative. But yesterday I noticed something.
Go on.
Okay, so at the end of the night I saw DJ Bliss and Danya, and I saw Ibrahim and Joanna. But they were standing in their separate ways. They were not standing together.
Like actually, like we're talking about in a room where they probably should have been.
They should have been together because they're usually together in such events. But it's like,
The camera's not on, they're not hanging out.
Yeah, the cameras are not on. People say it might be scripted, but yesterday I was like, maybe the fight was not scripted.
No, if you saw that fight, season 3, second last episode, that was not scripted.
It's not scripted.
That was not, have you seen it?
I've seen it. It was crazy. It was wild.
Wild. That was clearly some deep-seated anger came up in a moment. That was not scripted.
It was bolted anger. Like he bolted up. It was
Suppressed, and then
really
just
suppressed.
like I think he's probably still got a scar. Ibrahim.
And I had to do some research. Okay, I just had to make sure. Danya and Ibrahim, they still follow each other. Didn't they say they blocked each other on the show? But they follow each other. But they were not standing together yesterday. But Joanna, Ibrahim, and Safa, they were walking together, you know?
Joanna, Ibrahim, and Safa.
Yeah.
But I don't think blocking. I think it's like if you block someone in real life, that's the true ghosting.
That's the true ghosting, yeah.
But
What do you think? But I think there's something happening. We saw Shireen and Usi, but they didn't stand for a long time, you know. They were such a cute couple.
Yeah.
They walked in really quickly through the red carpet and went into the awards. He won.
Was there?
He
I was
won
going to say,
the
was there
Entertainment of the Year.
speeches?
No, they were not speeches, but they just took the award. They had bronze, silver, and gold. They took their award and walked out. But someone
was
did.
it?
It was in Dhabi Theatre. So the Palm Jumeirah, yeah.
Okay,
really
so proper
fancy.
stage vibes.
And everyone was super fancy. The dress code was elegant, so you can see like ball gowns.
I can only
Oh my
imagine
God,
what
yeah.
a Dubai TikTok award event.
Gloves.
Like
Everything,
Dubai bling
like
style
bling,
drama.
Yes, it was so gorgeous to see, honestly. There's this guy. I'm not really sure what his name is, but he won the gold for one of the entertainment prizes awards, and he did the Ronaldo.
Good to get the attention on your award because there's so many people going up. How are you going to make sure that yours is like remembered?
Yeah, it's not just. You know,
Yeah.
he's like, and he walked away.
So good night.
Good night, yeah.
Tired.
A bit tired
A bit,
because
I'd
we had to stand like to try to catch everyone, you know? Those creators, everyone was trying to get some interviews with them. So you had to fight with some other ones.
But how cool that TikTok had an annual awards and they do it in Dubai. It just shows that the creator economy is fully thriving there. It's non-stop.
A lot of people flew in as well from Egypt, from Los Angeles, from Saudi. There were creators from Saudi as well, from Kuwait. Someone held up the Saudi flag on the red carpet. It was really nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. What else was? A lot of things happened yesterday. Hadil and Muhannad were the presenters, although Hadil was nominated also.
So maybe he got an opportunity to put himself forward. I don't know. Who is Hadil and Mohammed?
Hadil, we had her before. Hadil.
I thought I was thinking of the Love Is Blind couple. Okay, no.
Oh no. But they did mention Noor's line. I don't do coffee dates. I don't do walking dates. But she wasn't there yesterday. I expected her to be there, but she wasn't there. But it's okay. Maybe next year.
Next year.
Next year for sure.
Next year, TikTok Awards in Dubai last night. Looks like a cool event. And thank you, Massa, for going there and then still being in here next morning. Let's jump into our top stories of the day. The UAE extends its condolences to Turkey after the Bolu hotel fire.
The UAE has expressed its deepest condolences to Turkey following the devastating hotel fire in the Bolu province. His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and UAE leaders sent their thoughts to President Erdogan, mourning the tragic loss of 76 lives and extending their sympathies to the families affected. The fire broke out at 3:27 a.m. in the wooden-clad 12-story Grand Cartel Hotel, a popular destination for tourists and workers alike.
The blaze left at least 50 people injured as well, many of them in critical conditions. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the fire. In this time of unimaginable loss, the UAE stands united with Turkey, offering both practical and moral support to help the nation heal from this heartbreaking tragedy. And heartbreaking it is, 70 lives lost, so many countless injuries as well, and questions will be asked as to the cause.
Yeah, what's the cause of the fire? But it's really devastating to hear about the story. So may they rest in peace and give peace to their family, hopefully.
Absolutely. Bringing it closer to home, we're talking advertising on Sheikh Zayed Road. There's many ways you can advertise in Dubai. Lovin Dubai show is one of them. If you'd like to get your ad here, you can, and it's not going to cost you as much as it costs to get a billboard on Sheikh Zayed Road. Let me tell you that for sure. So billboards, however, get a lot of eyeballs, not unlike the Lovin Dubai show, especially in the morning, rush hour traffic. And guess what, Alfred? It's not cheap to do what you're doing.
And advertising on the massive billboards along Dubai Sheikh Zayed Road can set you back anywhere between 700,000 dirhams, which is around $190,000, and 1 million a month.
So that's like this billboard here that you could see beside us for one. Now, James Bicknell, who's the CEO of Backlit Media, says they're triple crown displays. So if you want to get the trio, the tripod, near the Mall of the Emirates, where there's a lot of traffic, could pull in, this can be 1.8 to 2.5 million a month.
Oh.
So that's for, you know what's so interesting though, is when you look at Alfred, and he's like, boom, 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 the radio. So many billboards.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
So how much are they paying for billboards?
Well, maybe they could.
Because they're everywhere. Every street that I drive past by, I see Alfred.
I'd like to ask people watching the show, like, are you swayed by these adverts? And it made us think about a while back, it was announced how much it would cost to light up the Burj Khalifa.
How much would it cost to light up the Burj Khalifa?
And then which do you think would be more relevant?
I think the lighting up Burj Khalifa, because it doesn't really happen all the time. So I think when it happens, it really does grab your attention. But I think we always drive down by Sheikh Zayed Road and we always see billboards up. And I always see Alfred. That's it. That's what I remember. And Etisalat, Smiles.
Smiles and but there's so many fashion ones down Jumeirah Road and also on Sheikh Zayed Road, Bulgari.
What was it? Jawahir, I think. Jawahara.
Joy Lucas.
Yeah, it's a gold brand. How much does it cost to light up Burj Khalifa?
So. You've got lighting up Sheikh Zayed Road, which we thought was a lot, and now it's taking you to the next level. So the rates will range for a small ad on the lower levels for $250,000. However, it could go up to $1.3 million for a larger-than-life ad that takes up the entire structure. A 3-month ad campaign, they're saying, could cost around $750,000. Thing with the Burj Khalifa.
200,000 for low-scale ones.
250,000.
Okay, that's less than the Sheikh Zayed.
No, this is dollars.
Oh, that's dollars. Sorry.
Yeah. I remember reading before. It really depends on the night that you get it done. So if it's a Tuesday versus a Friday, and then it could be a small
it makes
one
sense,
versus
definitely.
3 minutes.
Definitely.
More eyeballs, probably.
What about summer and winter, though?
Yeah. True. Yeah. No. Exactly. You're gonna have your busier times and your quieter times, because it all depends on footfall below, which I'm sure that's the information they need to give to them. What do you think is more effective?
Burj Khalifa or Sheikh Zayed Road?
Or an ad on Lovin Dubai?
An ad on Lovin Dubai for sure, because we hype it up.
Well, I wonder, because it's like, what's getting more eyeballs when you're in traffic? Do you really see the billboard as much as we used to? I think billboard advertising, there's always going to be a place for it. However, eyes on the road, not on the billboards.
Eyes on the road, but
I think I'm not talking about Lovin Dubai specifically, but I do think digital advertising has more of a space and actually gets more eyeballs and attention, especially when it's smartly done, than say a billboard.
I think billboards, for me, like this type of advertisement, billboard advertisement, is not typically specifically to a call to action kind of advertisement. It's just to tell people that we're here. Just brand awareness, basically. Just for brand awareness.
True.
But for digital advertisement, like for example on social media, it's specifically for call to action. Okay, go there. It directs people to do something.
Right.
That's what I think it is.
So if you've got the cash for a large-scale awareness piece, go to Sheikh Zayed Road, and if you want a call to action to get it done, you know where to go.
Lovin Dubai.
Okay, let's bring it into our next story. We're talking Love and Life with Khatab Hindi, who is looking for love on a reality show, or was he? So every now and then, Love and Life in Dubai is a show that you'll find mainly on YouTube, but you'll find it on our platforms, and it's your sneak peek into the best of the city and its people. So each episode, we meet some of the city's biggest personalities to find out what they really love about Dubai, where they like to hang, and maybe we even get to see into their homes.
So far, we've seen the homes of Carlin Sandbury. It's my favorite.
Oh my gosh, her Al Barari home is
unbelievable.
Oh my god.
The art, oh my god, the inspiration behind it, you have to watch it. Yeah. Abdul Rizq, Rizwan Sajan, his house, huge. And so many more. And this week we've got the one and only Khatab Hindi. You might know him from the Netflix show Love is Blind Habibi. But did you also know he's also got a degree in architecture and he's also a DJ?
I did from the show.
He didn't mention that he's a DJ, but architecture, not a lot of people know him as an architect though.
Yeah, I feel like he's more of a businessman.
Yes, and a DJ, because that's what he portrays on social media most of the time. His
the DJ bits, but not the 9 to 5s. So in the show, we got to go to his Ras Al Khaimah home, which is quite interesting, by the way. And you get to see a little bit of behind the scene of his life. So he talks about a bit his early days in music. And also, he gives his take on the Netflix reality show. And this is the bit that got so many people talking, because he sits down and he says everyone was in it for exposure. But when we posted that on our page, Safa was like, that is not true. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw what I was just about to say. She commented, she's like, no, yeah, that's I didn't go there for exposure.
I think it's a blanket statement, but only the people really truly know themselves.
Yeah, and I feel like you can't speak for everyone else, you know?
But maybe they didn't go to find love,
though.
But maybe they went for like just a life experience.
Just for a life experience. I would do it just for life experience, but my parents
would. You?
Yeah, my parents would kill me.
You would go on Love is Blind Habibi?
Just for the experience. Just for the experience.
Season 2, Netflix. You've got
message me. It's Masa
Do you think you could find love in that, especially because we've had the opportunity to speak to people on the show, lots of them, and they really said how intense it was. Could you really find the one?
Thing is, Safa and Muhammad, when we had them on the show, they really encouraged it. They really encouraged it. Khatab not too much, but Muhammad and Safa, they really encouraged it. They're like, yeah, do it. Like it's a nice experience. We can set you up with someone. We have a number. That's what they told us. But I'm like, no, I can't do it. But I would do it just for the experience, just for the sake of it.
No, but you can't take a seat. You can only do it if you really think that you can meet the one. And do you think you could meet the one in that environment?
Love is blind. I feel like it's a bit overwhelming to talk to multiple people.
That's the thing.
It's really overwhelming.
Yeah.
And what if you have two options and I'm such an indecisive person. Can I pick two people? No, I can't pick two people. But I'm so indecisive. So I think it'd be so difficult for me, and I think it'd be so emotionally overwhelming.
Get Massa on the show.
Get me on the show.
It won't be emotional, overwhelming. It'll be such a good watch, and great popcorn nights in for me. Let's jump into our next story. We're talking all about AI in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, so Abu Dhabi invests 13 billion dirhams in digital infrastructure upgrades. So big news from the Abu Dhabi, because the capital is investing a massive 13 billion dirhams in digital infrastructure as part of its bold 2025 to 2027 digital strategy. This strategy is all about making Abu Dhabi an AI-driven powerhouse. So what's the plan? Achieve 100% digitization and automation of government processes. So goodbye to paperwork and hello to seamless, efficient services.
This is the bit that I think is so interesting, 100% digitization. But that's not all. The strategy will also include full adoption of sovereign cloud computing and the development of over 200 AI-driven solutions to enhance services across the board. Basically, this investment will be a game changer for the likes of you and me, because it's going to streamline operations, improve service delivery, and position Abu Dhabi as a global leader in digital innovation. The future will be powered by AI. I don't understand most of the AI stuff, but when it says it's going to digitize all
make your life easier.
Yeah, then if they're going to do that for me, as long as I don't have to do something for AI, I'm there.
AI, thank you.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for making my life easier.
Thank you. What else do we have?
Abu Dhabi government for investing 13 billion, so I don't have to stand in line in an office.
And not do any paperwork.
Not
printing paperwork. Sometimes, oh my God, back in the day before we had any AI, if you forgot one document that's printed, I remember when we have to wait in line and then you reach the counter and then they ask for the specific document and then you have to go back again. And now it's just seamless and easy with the whole AI.
We used to have I wonder, we used to have segments, and what would be different for me and you, but I remember going to the airport, probably the same, Ryanair is like the Wizz Air of Europe. And they would charge you for as much as they could. They would charge you for extra things. And you had to have a printout of your flight. And if you didn't, yes, they wouldn't print it for you. They would charge you for that. And Epson is actually moving in next door, so they were, as printers, they probably...
You had to have papers. You had to have the boarding pass. Yeah.
Everything on paper.
You know what? Funny thing, okay? Everything now you can do online check-ins, right? But my dad, God bless him and may God give him a long life, he still needs to print the tickets. He can never forget that part. He still prints the tickets. And we keep telling him you don't need to. He's like, no, they're gonna ask us. Every time he prints all of the tickets. Although they don't ask for it.
I love it. You know why? Because he's like, what if this breaks? What if I lose it? Yes. The paper is the security.
Yes,
I love that for your dad so much. Yeah. Well, imagine if they got rid of our passports. Could you imagine being like, I wouldn't know if I don't know if I could trust myself on the phone, even though the phone is the passport. Because imagine if the passport becomes your phone, becomes your Emirates ID, and it's all on the phone.
Oh my God, that's true.
I think we would be that people. So your kids would be like, Mom, you don't need your passport. I need this passport. I'm not getting into the country. 8:53, we're running over time, but we're so excited for this next interview and a live performance. The Elidas are going to be with us after this very short break. Do stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guests are the talented twin sisters and indie music duo, the Elidas, known for their harmonies and heartfelt lyrics. Guys, they are amazing. Venice and Belle are here to talk about their music, their creative process, and so much more. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Guys, let's do a quick introduction.
Yes.
You're twins, Venice and Belle.
Yeah. So I'm Belle. And I'm Venice.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for being here, and it's really nice to meet you. So,
lovely to
can
meet
you tell us about the band name, the Elidas? Am I pronouncing it right?
Yeah, so I mean, you can pronounce it any way you want. We've had a lot of different pronunciations, but I think it's the Elidas, and actually it's a comes from because we have Latin and Celtic roots because our mum's from Scotland and our dad's from Trinidad, and the name is like it's a mix of Latin and Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah, in Latin terms it means like a small winged creature, and in Celtic it's another word for like a Norse small fast ship. So it's like a nice mix of like both the cultures.
Yeah.
Crucially, it was different from what anybody else had because we had a hard time choosing names that were repeated. For
Wow, that's well thought.
We spent ages.
Find a different name out there, yeah.
And such interesting roots, but yet you live in Dubai. So
Yes.
have you always lived here? Or?
No, so we lived in Scotland until we were 9 years old, and then we moved here 7 years ago, around 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
And we love it here. The weather's so much better.
So much better,
That's true. Apart from, by the way, we should say that this interview was meant to happen about 9 months ago. But you guys weren't able to.
No, because of the horrific rain. That was terrible, but now we're here.
When did you realize that music was your thing? Like, was it a twin thing? Do you always do things together?
I feel like, it started from a really young age because we were just kind of always singing, and it was mostly just second school concerts and stuff. But then when we got to an older age, my dad taught me guitar because he used to be in a band when he was younger, and then once we just kind of, I learned the guitar, and it just kind of happened, you know, because it was always very instinctual.
Yeah, because we always knew that we could sing together because we were, in our old school in Scotland, we were actually, we were picked to play the role of Annie, but we shared it, but the audience didn't even realise.
Annie got rich, and I was one Annie after Annie got rich, and at the end we all gave a bow, and they were so surprised it was two people.
Yeah.
So you've been performing on stage from a young age?
Yeah, very young, yeah.
Was there ever any nerves there, or?
I mean, well, it depends what kind of situation it is, you know. Like, actually, funnily enough, when we have gigs that, a lot of the time our family comes to gigs, just to support us and things like that. And a lot of the time when it's family members, it's a lot more nerve-wracking because, if you mess up, you'll see them again.
Years pass and you'll remember it.
But like for gigs that have nobody that we know are coming apart from our parents, obviously, it's very easy to just, relax because like if you mess up, you'll never see them again. And, it's very interesting to just look at people's faces and, people watch as you're performing. It's really cool.
I totally get that. I feel like if there's someone I know behind the screen, I get so nervous. But if there's no one there, it doesn't matter that there's like 2 of you watching.
Exactly.
You just float on.
Do you have any upcoming gigs here in Dubai?
Yeah, so we got a gig coming up on the January 28th in the Fridge, which is really nice because we did a gig there 2 years back where we played the support act, and now we're headlining, so it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to be doing it as a headlining act.
It's come full circle.
Yeah, it's come full circle.
We've also got, in the summer in Scotland, we're going to be playing our first ever festival, so that's really cool. And I think that's all we've got coming up for now, but we're releasing more songs.
Later this year, so like February, March kind of time.
Yeah, because we've got GCSE mocks as well, so,
Busy.
Yeah, trying to juggle school. And actually something else that's really exciting that hopefully will come into fruition, within the next few months is we're working with this legendary producer and writer, James Sanger, who actually worked with Keane and Dido, among many others. Hopefully...
Like someone we know who's actually like they're producing it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I have so many questions, and once you hear their performance, you'll understand why. Like your vocals are so lovely.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your harmonies are so lovely.
Thank you.
But for people who don't know, could you maybe describe your music, describe your style a little bit?
We tried to put a label on it for a while, but then we kind of figured out like each song is kind of different in its own way. But we'd say we're kind of like indie folk, a bit like First Take It or maybe Gregory Allen Icecroft. I don't know if you know them, but we just kind of have a whole mix of styles. But we'd like to say that like we're indie folk kind of.
Yeah,
Scottish.
that's where we try and lean towards, with them like harmonies and stuff like that.
Get it.
You do a lot of covers for music and songs, but you also have your own songs and your own music.
Yes, yeah.
Which song feels the most personal, and what's the story behind it?
Oh, that's a hard one.
A lot of the songs we've written aren't based on real life events because we have a happy life, so thank God. So our songs are kind of melancholy, but it's basically kind of what we see online or what we read and see in like TV adaptations or and a lot of them are quite sad. So we don't really relate to them that much, but I think we write lyrics in a way that I think a lot of people can relate to them because they're quite ambiguous. We tell a story, but we don't really want to be specific because we want everyone to be able to relate to it. Yeah, but I think the song that's probably most personal to us. What do you think? It's Familiar Storms? Yeah, maybe Familiar Storms. Yeah, because we just wrote that, based off of, what we've seen in like, our friends or like, like people just, in everyday life, and it makes us quite sad. So, Or Rise, because it talks about how you always feel like everybody's life is more interesting than yours. That feeling of just waking up and thinking everyone's got a better life than me. Like people see you online and stuff like that. So that's what those songs are about.
Interesting. What's it like going through this process together as twin sisters? But also, as you said, you're juggling your mocks for your GCSE in year 11. They're going back to school right after this, by the way.
Yes, yeah.
But also, you know, on the kind of the beginning of what could be an amazing flourishing career, like does one of you motivate the other more, or
I think
it's equal.
Yeah. It's generally equal, but it tends to begin with the guitar because obviously it would be really hard to build. It would be really hard to build a melody and lyrics on top of something on top of not a guitar part. So I typically create the guitar and I give it to Belle, and then we just work together from then on.
Yeah.
But sometimes songs have more like lyrics from Belle and less lyrics from me, or more lyrics from me and less lyrics from Belle, and it's kind of like a 50-50 normally.
Yeah, but we both put in equal amounts of effort, I'd say.
Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't want to sing the songs. It was just one person.
Do you have like the usual sister fights, like I kill my sister, but the next day we're fine?
Yeah.
Hey, but when
We argue over socks mostly.
yeah.
I know your sock collection.
Yeah, don't tell me about
Yeah. I mean, we wear the same type of socks, so it's just like we always end up taking
But that's really it. We don't really argue about the music, to be honest.
Yeah.
I feel like as twins, people always expect you to do everything together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is the best and the worst part of working together?
The worst part, we can have creative differences about which songs we like to learn.
Yeah.
Because we sing the same type of music, but we listen to different sorts of music.
Oh yeah.
Most of the time. And we used to listen to similar music, but we've kind of branched off in different directions. But the great part is you kind of always know that you have the same ideas with writing songs. Like you never have any creative differences in that aspect. It's very easy with that way.
Yeah, but sometimes when I make a line, Dennis goes, "Oh, that's bad. I want a different one."
Yeah.
So you know that's
the same way with her as well.
Yeah.
Do you take offense? Usually I fight with my sister if she gives me any criticism.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. I mean, like obviously, we're allowed to give each other criticism because like who else is going to do it?
Yes,
you know.
it's a creative process.
Yeah, but sometimes it does get a little bit annoying, but it's fine.
Well, I think it's the perfect mix, right? Because if you're working with someone and they say it's bad, you could sit on that all day. But if it's your sister,
Yes.
Oh yeah, you just get over it. So
Yeah,
quick.
you get
I
over
hit
it.
a specific nerve. I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, like it gets annoying, but then obviously, like you realize that
Forget
they're
about
right.
it in 5 minutes time. They never last long at all.
right?
Yeah, and also because, you know, they're being very, very honest. You know, like everybody, like, you know, Venice knows me more than anyone else does. So, you know, if she says something, obviously I'll agree with
Must
it.
be
Because,
true.
yeah.
It's like family always wants the best for you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she's not
yeah.
malicious.
No.
Yeah, no malicious intentions.
What about ahead of performances? The more you do you have any habits or things that you like to do together?
Yeah. Very, very lot. Like we're very superstitious with, and we always end every single set, every single gig we've ever done. I think we've actually, apart from the one next week, we're not actually ending with that song, but we always end with a song by First Aid Kit called "King of the World." And we've literally every single gig we've done since like day one.
As long as I can remember.
Yeah,
because it's kind of like a bad charm if you don't do it. You know,
Yeah.
like bad luck.
Yeah, because it's got like the tambourine, it's very cheerful, and then it gets audience clapping and stuff like that. So we always like to end with that song. But that's what
about
we
it
do.
though. We normally do warm-ups beforehand, which would be expected. We used to get so nervous before gigs that we couldn't eat, but we got fine with that now. So.
Yeah.
So how many gigs would you do?
It depends on the season.
Yeah, usually like most of our gigs are concentrated around the winter months. So like, you know,
It's nicest to do
yeah,
outside.
like November to probably the latest we ever do gigs is like March, because then it turns into like the Ramadan and stuff like that. After Ramadan, we don't really do many gigs, and when we're doing more like writing and releasing in the summer months, because we don't have school as much. So that's when we'll be doing most of our writing and releasing. But gigs are usually like. We did a Dubai Shopping Festival last winter, and that was I think
that was like 2 gigs every weekend for like 6 weeks or something like that. So that's
No,
quite
3 weeks.
busy. Or 3 weeks. That was quite busy.
Yeah. Some years are more busy than others. This is a bit more relaxed year, you know.
Because of all the GCSEs and everything.
Yeah.
Of course.
So during winter most of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
So what is one thing that people ask you both, like they always ask you about you being twins, that you're tired of explaining and tired of answering all the time?
How do you tell us apart?
Yeah, because people ask and then we tell them and they still forget sometimes because it's hard to remember which one's Belle and which one's Venice.
Yeah, because it's hard to tell.
But you have different styles a little bit though.
Yeah.
In school though, it's hard to tell us apart.
Yeah,
because we're in the exact same school uniform, so people have troubles mixing us up. But I think actually playing gigs, it's fine because Belle is always the singer and she's always standing up, and I'm always sitting on a stool just looking at my guitar really. So Belle does most of the crowd work and everything like that.
So
it's very
people
easy
can
to
tell us
tell
apart like that.
Yeah, like that.
Do you switch roles, for example, if he played the guitar and you'd
No, I can never play the guitar.
And I can't talk to crowds at all.
I did try and learn the bass. And I worked at it for like a month and I gave up because I don't know why, I just don't have the patience to learn instruments. Like, you know, my voice is just, it comes to
But
me
it's fine because
naturally.
I'll do it, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, she's learned all the instruments. She's got like banjo, electric guitar. She can play the bass as well, obviously, because if you play the guitar, you can play the bass. And what else can you play? Ukulele.
Piano.
I love the ukulele.
Yeah, the ukulele is what I started on actually.
She also had a phase with the harmonica.
Don't talk about that.
Yeah, so she's got all the instruments. I just stick to the voice.
Got you. Well, it's working.
Yeah.
Before you came on, one of our stories was about AI.
Oh, yes.
And we sometimes are unsure how much it will fully relate to our lives, but you mentioned you've got a big project coming up.
Yes, we had our first sync deal with Imagine AI, which is really nice. It's our new song, Lighthouse. It's being released soon, and they're using that song to showcase their AI app, so it's just really exciting, because they did like a AI music video using
it was so
pictures
cool.
of us and everything.
Yeah, it really looked like us.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, it was so odd though, because we were walking about, like the video was based in like a house by the sea, because the song is about the sea, and well, I mean it's called Lighthouse, and it was weird because we were seeing each other walking about wearing clothes that we don't own, and like
it was really cool. It's just amazing what it can do. Yeah, and it was sometimes it looked more like Belle, and sometimes it looked more like me. So it was really interesting to see like what our merged faces looked like. It was just really cool.
It was
actually.
awesome.
And then where will this be used? Like, how many listens do you think or views will
Well,
this
we're not sure about that. It's like the video that they made is it's not used as our official music video. We're doing a different one for
It's
that.
used to promote their app, so we can't use it to promote our music.
Right.
But it's still really interesting to see if it gets people to listen to our songs, because obviously if they post it with our song, people might think, well, who's that? And then go to our Spotify and hopefully take a listen. So
Sure, you can see, and that will be your Spotify will be linked, so people will be able
Yes.
to find you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
exactly.
So find out on Spotify, YouTube, everywhere? Like,
Oh, we're every platform basically. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, last thing. So, what's the best advice you've received in your career that you'd like to pass it on to someone else?
Oh, yeah.
It's just, when starting at a young age, you have to make sure that you don't get too caught up in trying to be there right away, because when you're at this age, it's a perfect time to just figure out what's good for you, what you like doing, what your style is. Like, don't be afraid to start again. Don't be afraid to try, because you might think that you just want to get there right away, but then you don't have like a platform of people that really like you to fall back on and stuff like that. So just take it slow at this age, definitely.
Yeah, because we've still got a long way to go, but like your opportunities, like they're not going to disappear. You can wait for as long as you want.
Love that so much.
Thank you.
We would love to hear you perform on the show. Elidas and Belle, take it away.
So this is a song that actually we released
November.
In November. It's called Prayer for the Blind. You wear away lines in the shoals and trees, burnt away ties that anchored you deep, toes on the edge, fingers on mine. Come to me clean in the wool off your eyes, and I'll do everything, but I won't be a guide. Look out to the sea, you won't find my light, and I'll say everything, prayers for the blind. If faith is what you need, then it won't be mine. It won't be mine.
Aww.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I didn't want that to end. I really didn't. That was so
so much.
amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, that was lovely. Guys, thank you so much.
Thanks
if
so much
people
for having
watching
us.
the show, if they want to find you, if they want to go to your next show, how can they do so?
So we are on basically every single platform.
Yeah.
We are on Instagram. Our main platform is Instagram because that's where we've got most of our followers.
So
We're on
_Elidas.
Yes.
As ELIDAS.
Yeah.
And we're on Spotify as the Elidas, and we're on all the other platforms as well.
Yeah. So you can find our ticket links for our next gig on Spotify as well.
Amazing. Elidas and Belle from the Elidas, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having us.
Such a beautiful performance as well. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show today. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.